Hello and welcome to soccercoachingblog.com. This is our 7th episode, episode number 1881. I want to thank everybody who's been part of our soccer coaching community, helping us grow our fan base on Facebook, our followers on Twitter, and so please keep spreading the word. Use the social network buttons above us and let's talk soccer. Okay, so here we are. First of all, I want to quickly put out there the question of the day from our last episode. That was what was significant about the year 1888, and of course that was the year of the first ever professional football or soccer league. That began in England, in the northwest of England and the Midlands of England. To give you an idea, in the northwest of England, soccer was a working class blue collar sport. About 100 miles down into what's called the Midlands of England, same story. Another 100 or so miles further down into the London area, sports such as cricket and rugby were probably more popular than soccer or football at the time. So the first 12 teams that were involved in the first ever professional league, the first 6 were in the northwest of England. That was Preston North End, Accrington Stanley, the famous Accrington Stanley, Blackburn Rovers, greatest team on the planet, Burnley, won't say anything else about Burnley, Bolton Wanderers and Everton. And then 100 miles down the road, as I said, in the Midlands, Aston Villa, Derby County, Notts County, Stoke City, West Bromwich Albion and Wolverhampton Wanderers. So those were the first 12 teams in the first ever professional football league. So hopefully you've learnt something there. We're going to come to the next question of the day in a second. Just wanted to give you an update on where we are regarding the blog. We've had the 3 shows that I filmed, and then we interviewed Coach Ralph Perez from the University of Redlands. He did a fantastic job, 35 minutes spread over 3 episodes. He's been coaching since 1974, an absolute legend and a gentleman in the game. And I want to thank Coach Ralph Perez again for his words of wisdom. So make sure you watch those again. Check them out, make some notes, and let's leave some comments as well. We're getting great questions on the blog. I've got a whole list of them here, and I want to thank everybody who does leave comments and leave questions. We had a question on how to coach goalkeepers if you don't have a lot of experience, and we answered that on the blog briefly. We had a question about how fitness is important to turning a team around. We had a question on how do we turn things around at Whittier College, and we are going to cover that in detail, but just at this stage I just want to say that I never kicked a ball at Whittier College. It was the players, and they deserve 99% of the credit, but obviously we helped them as best we could as well. We had a question from Emma, the best email address so far from any of our followers here. She asked about fun games for 3, 4, 5, 8-year-old kids, and we're going to cover that in later episodes as well. The question I want to talk about today is, and this was from Jeremy, and Jeremy asked, this is what he said: question for you. How do you promote your players falling more in love with the game? I love soccer and I want to see our professional league supported to grow and become stronger. What have you done in the past to help your players fall in love with the game enough to watch it and support it? Great question. First of all, you can see this fantastic shirt I'm wearing. Yes, Blackburn Rovers did wear this in the Premier League, believe it or not. So one of the things you can do is to basically, you need to find a team to follow. If you have a local MLS team, we're lucky here in LA, we have 2, the Galaxy and the Chivas. That's great. We also have Women's Professional League as well. Find a team to follow. If it's not your local team, find a team on TV, watch them as much as you can. And so that's an obvious one there, find a team to follow. Some other ideas we have for creating passion. Again, I'm wearing a Rovers shirt. Here's my first ever Blackburn Rovers shirt. Look at that bad boy, high tech. That was my first ever shirt. Then for my 6th birthday, I got this shirt. And when I went to school at that age, it was collar and tie, little shorts, school uniform. Smuggled this in my bag, lunchtime, put my Rovers kit on. Because it was my birthday, they let me wear it for the rest of the day. When I came home, walking down the driveway, my mum had a fit, realising that I'd smuggled my Rovers kit to school. But they knew even then I was passionate about the game, I was passionate about Blackburn, so they let me wear my kit during the school day. I then supported Manchester City, no idea why. I got a kit for Christmas, that was my easy Christmas present, a new football kit. There's a Man City kit. And then you'll be familiar with this one, I think they're wearing it right now, if not last season. This is their away kit. So I've kept these, that shows how much they mean to me. And I'm even sat here on the internet in a bright green shirt as well. So find a team to support, get your players to support that team, get them to buy into that team. Even better, create some rivalry. So for example, why not have your team, half your team supporting Everton, the other half supporting Liverpool, half supporting Atletico Madrid, the other half supporting Real Madrid. So try and create some rivalry. My players at Whittier, when we had a chance to wear other things apart from our practice gear, they'd all try and wear the Manchester United shirts just to wind me up. So that's all part of it. And when Manchester United beat Rovers 7-1, I got a few messages from my players about that. So create some rivalry within your team. Do some research yourself as a coach, and when you have practice, tell your players about famous teams and famous players and famous moments in the game. Get them to show interest in that. When you scrimmage in your game, don't just say Reds against Blues. One week, as I say, Reds could be at Bayern Munich. The Blues could be Schalke. Doesn't matter which teams, just pick teams so that then instead of Reds versus Blues, it's teams. And one of those kids might say, hey, I like Schalke, that's who my team's going to be. So, you know, be creative about it. We have practice uniforms at the college level that the players have to wear. I don't know whether you do that with your teams, but every now and then let them bring a crazy shirt. Let them bring a shirt like this to wear at practice and show off. And if it's a team we haven't heard of, as your team hasn't heard of them, have the kid explain what they know about that team. That's great. Another thing is, go down to your local outlets. You can pick up shirts, play this for not a lot of money, but you can pick up shirts from outlets for $10 a piece. Last year's shirts, 2 years old shirts, who cares? And then have them practice every now and then, pull one out as an incentive. For the player who plays the best that day, give them a $10 shirt. That could be the thing. It could be a Manchester City shirt, and for the rest of their life they're a Manchester City fan, who knows. Give your players nicknames. If you have a great left-footed player on your team, call him Messi. If you have a really skillful young lady on your team, call her Marta. Come up with names of players so that they can relate to them. Manchester City, my favourite player was Peter Barnes, number 11, played for Man City, played for England. So have them kind of buy into that's their hero, that's their idol, and maybe they can play a little bit like them as well. So that's going to create some passion. What else have we got here? Again, the rivalry is good, the banter is good. So when Rovers got beat 7-1, as I said, we had a bit of fun at practice that day. When Barcelona are going to play Real Madrid, get your players to support one or the other. Maybe have a party at someone's house where you watch it, you TiVoed it and you watch the game. All those things are really going to help create some passion for the game and really get your players to buy into it and have heroes. So again, this is a community where I just don't pontificate my ideas. Please let me have your ideas, share them with us on the blog of how you create passion. And the question of the day this week is a simple one. Tell us who your favourite team is and tell us how that came about. So it could have been a stocking stuffer, you got a shirt. It could have been your dad told you about, his favourite team. It could be you saw her play on TV and that was your team. So tell us who your favourite team is, how that came about, and then also as a coach, tell us how you put forward your passion for the game so that your players buy into it. So let's share some ideas. I've put it on the line there of how I show my passion for the game, but there's lots and lots of ways, so let's talk about that on the blog. Mentioning the blog as well, just wanted to give you an update of where we are. I came over here in 1996 from England to coach soccer full time. Started at the Squaw Valley Soccer Camp, built up my own soccer business. I had 3,000 people a week playing in leagues and clinics and tournaments, and anything from 18-month-old little kickers right through to all-star teams playing at a decent level. Went into college coaching, did the last 4 years at Whittier College. We did very well, and now taking a break from the game. We're filming this in our dining room, as you can see. My beautiful wife Jen is the camera woman. She's 6-7 months pregnant. We have a 2-year-old who we just got to bed, so we have our hands full right now. So to coach college soccer here in LA and have a regular job as well and have a young family, it's quite a lot to take on. So taking a break from the day-to-day being on the pitch, driving me nuts of course, so keeping involved by building up the soccer coaching community. We're not going to do all the shows sat in the dining room. You can't coach soccer, you can't teach soccer sat at the dining room table. We're going to get out there on the pitch. We have another little bit of a challenge as well. I picked up a freak injury a couple of years ago that we're still working on right now. So in terms of me demonstrating, some people will argue that I could never demonstrate, but right now I have a real excuse with this injury. So we're going to get out on the field, we're going to get some of my old players, and we're going to work on a lot of good stuff for you. But again, please let us know how we can help. It gives me a buzz and a thrill, and it humbles me that people are actually asking me for some advice, and I love it, and I'm happy to do whatever I can to help. One of the things we're trying not to do though is we're not trying to be another drill factory, another website full of drills. I spend a lot of time on the internet at forums and discussion groups and researching, and I'm kind of overwhelmed when I go to these websites and they have these amazing graphics for drills, they have coaching software, they have analysis, and I kind of try and get into it, and I look at these things that are being produced and they just kind of blow me away, they overwhelm me, and I get lost. To me, soccer is a simple game. It's not an easy game, it's a simple game. And what we're trying to do here at soccercoachingblog.com is to keep the game simple, keeping soccer simple. We want to boil it down to the basics. I want to show you some basic drills, but I want to show you how to coach using them. And one of the things that I am passionate about is I don't think coaching soccer is setting up a drill A to B to C, etc. Soccer coaching is about having a drill as a vehicle, if you will, to work on a specific tactic or skill. But the coaching is diagnosing that there's a problem, offering a solution, demonstrating that solution, and having the kids play and learn that way. So we're going to work on that in depth. But the whole theory of this blog is, and again, I don't want to criticize these other websites that have these amazing drills and amazing software. I'm not criticizing them in any way, shape or form. They're good. There's a lot of time and effort. They're professional. But for me, I just don't understand them. I really just I don't even know where to start. I think we can work together as a community, come up with 5 or 6 soccer drills that can be used at any level, that can be progressed to any level, and that's what we're going to focus upon. We're going to keep it simple. So if you have a great drill that you use, please let us know about it. If you have a drill you're having difficulty with, let me know. Let's see if we can help you with it. But let's keep it simple. Let's all work together. So I just want to summarize by saying thank you for being part of the community. Please spread the word, Facebook, Twitter, email. Join the fan page at Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to the email list here and get your free report. And we're going to film every week. We're loving this. And I just want to go ahead and say thanks again. Let's talk soccer.